Wander through black sand fields in a daze. Cold wind nips at gooseflesh skin. Despite the days of clouds, you still feel the tingle of sunburn on your shoulders and your neck. Beneath your feet, the earth roils with the weight of all the ages that have come before you. A bird calls out in the distance. You kneel. Limbs hit the sand and you press yourself down onto the cold, shifting mass beneath. Every joint in your body creaks under the threat of rest, but you know to not take hold is to sacrifice what's left to the sand skittering over the surface of the black. Leaving certainty behind, you come here, an abandonment of future into this never-ending rolling blackness. Thin grasses burst up round your feet, wiry tips brushing the edges of your toes. Wind rushes fast past your ears, yet a stillness remains heavy in the air. It's hard to tell which is the rushing of the wind and which is the rushing of blood in your ears. The beating builds until your mind flicks that switch into stillness. Wrapping your fingers through this thick black matter that surrounds you, you take hold. Chimes. Slowly, drawing your slickening hand to your mouth, you open wide and let the sludge crawl inside. A spluttering cough. You gag. Everything is centered on this. The curling of your limbs, your fingertips and your tongue. This is good for you. This is what you need. A twig snaps in the very back of your brain and you begin to shovel faster. The thick blackness slips down your throat and starts to split in your stomach, grains floating down through acid and thick oil settling on top, coating your interior where the waterline slips up and down. More. This fills you up. This is the fuel. As a rabid dog, you start to tear. Flecks of black and spit fly through the air, peppering your nakedness as a new constellation. Inside your body, this black starts to change you. There's sand forcing its way out of your pores, needle trails tracing out from the depths of your skin's translucence. A stitch binds in your joints as you shovel, ribs first, then cracking and curling into the rest of your form. Your mind flashes concrete for a moment, unending and unfeeling, stretching into the expanse of everything else. This is what you know. This is good for you. Opening your eyes now, you only see black. Buried both inside and out, you float in an endless sea. You are it, and it is you. Reaching out, you feel the surface of your new skin. It's still cold in space, but inside you feel infinite warmth. Above and around, there is a swinging, spiraling source that you know to be the source of both what you are now and what you were before. Things grow into you. A peat bog miles away beds down into your body, feeding this blackness. Trees age and die, their fallen limbs folding into yours. Feeling the river of time flow through, you cannot any longer distinguish between the creatures scurrying over your surface and those whose bodies collapse under the weight of every strange day. A white sheet holds your new body in soft folds, and somewhere you know that the oil sand was that which poisoned your soul, and the concrete simply served to keep your head bowed low. A fresh peace found in all that you were not supposed to know. You forget your old body with its cold limbs and goose flesh and binding head to simply sit and let the stories nestled in the details unfold. No more forgiveness, simply growth.